All right. Welcome to my lair. This is you see, I'm still in it's not experimental mode because I've been experimenting for such a long time. But the whole point of this thing is that I'm doing it while I'm also trying to do other things. The whole point of this is to help you cope with what's going on in your house, presumably. Now I need to tell you this is intended for a live audience. Intended for dads and moms if they want to watch too. But we acknowledge that the occasional child will walk by. So on in the world of channels, right? The world of YouTube channels. So there's many different ways of reaching out to different people. You see, at this point, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm saying. In other words, I don't have anything particularly prepared.
You're just boogering around.
No, but I do have something in my mind that I'm trying to tell you. That's the thing. I'm not just boogering around, Mendy. That's exactly right. So what I've been experimenting with, and hey Jefferson, if you're gonna talk, you gotta talk loudly, because the idea was, before this whole flippin' shutdown situation, was to be able to consolidate different areas in our lives so that we could function as a dad, right? Function as a dad at home with my kids, right? And while I'm doing whatever I'm doing over here, but I'm also I'm on emergency call right now through this shutdown. So my wife too, we're both nurses. We're standing by there's a plague coming, right? So it's freaky outy and all the kids are home. So I'm everybody's stuck at home now, right? I know. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone's starting to look around oh my gosh, what can I do over here? I don't want to go back to work, right? Yeah, that's what I've been talking about for all these years, right? So the idea is the whole bungling around, get to the point. That's annoying me, and it might be annoying you too. But what happens if I turn off that light? But then it's a boring surrounding. I've got this though. So as long as I got that, it doesn't matter though. You see, because the whole idea is to be able to get control of your life, get better control of your life. And so I was thinking about this before because I read certain books. I read what's it called? The 4-Hour Workweek. That one totally changed my perspective. Even in my job, it enabled me to be able to be a dad and run around working as an RN. Hold on one second. And so here. Yo, you could say hello?
Hi.
Yo, hey, hold on one second. Hey. I'm just doing my thing. How's your day going? Did you get food? Wow. Okay. Wow, that's busy. Listen, I'm not able to talk right now. I'm in the middle of something. Yeah, I got it. Mandy just made a salad. I'll cook up some eggs and beans. Excuse me? Would you like to ask me more nicely than that? Yeah, I'll save you some. I'll see. I'm in the middle of something. I'll talk to you when you get. I'll talk to me. Call me later. Okay, love you. Bye. That's the way it rolls. So the 4-hour work week, but way before that, of course, this is all this is not necessarily financial. You see, the first thing that I the first one of this whole, I was oh my gosh, look at all the wisdom that's out there, right? So Rich Dad Poor Dad, I was wow, that's so cool. So check it out. So I had read that 20 years ago. So then recently, I bought the game, right? And I'm oh my gosh, this is so cool. So like, not just like it's such a cool game, it's like the best game ever. And so I was like exactly like the whole deal. Like, you want to get this to as many people as possible so they can like start thinking like that. And I'm very conscious of this mess because I'm interrupting what I'm doing to talk to you. See, I got medical supplies all over the place over here. So, like, we're all in the same situation essentially, but it plays out very differently. So, the idea is to like document it along the way as we self-improve. So until now, I never had like the confidence to go totally live, but it wasn't just like a confidence thing. I never like had a writer. Everything that I've done thus far independent, like without any even editing. I did it all myself. So alas, the world has changed. Okay, so now we find ourselves in this whole craziness, nuttiness, and oh my goodness. You see, so the whole idea was to be able to like do this, like make. You see, I said it 6 months ago. I said it when I turned 38. I was like, I'm going to. Who is that? So, all right, we gotta go. Hold on. Up-to-date information.
COVID-19. The health department has partnered with the United Way to offer a 24/7 hotline. Please call 888-856.
Now, this isn't a. I'm not going to remember these numbers.
For the representative.
You see, because I'm distracting myself. We'll figure that out. This is crazy. The whole world is falling apart. I think that it's the beginning of something good, you see. So that's what I keep in my mindset to prevent myself from freaking out. I'm not even sequestering. I'm like running into people's houses. My wife and I, like, we're both nurses. We're crazy, right? We don't have any protective equipment. I think it's going to be okay. I think I already had this.
When you're on the COVID-19 page, scroll down and click on this. Stay updated.
I can't take verbal instructions. That's my problem. Are you following this? Unless it's like rewindable. She wasn't telling me that I won the lottery, that's for sure. So we've been playing around. That's so much more behind. Oh, so cash flow, right? So I'm like, let me sell that. Like, yeah, so you can get that down there, right? And so I'm like, but that wasn't even about like what I was doing. It wasn't about like money, financial necessarily. I mean, that's good. That's critically important, obviously. Right. But if that's what you're going for, then that's not what you're going to get. Right. You have to go for like the cause that you're trying to help, or like the need that you're trying to fill, like how you're trying to help other people. So how I'm trying to help you is I'm trying to help you change your mindset or like improve it. Right. You could look around, look at all this crap over there. Right. You know what? I'm showing you a certain like snapshot corner of my life. You want to see some other things? You want to see what else we've got? Hey, Jefferson, you think I should share some of my other stuff from the vault? The vault. He's going to ask me what's the vault. Come here.
What?
Okay, so I'm thinking about sharing from my vault of awesomeness.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Kind of.
Okay, take a guess.
Your video thingies? Whatever.
Tell me more.
Like your 7 channels or whatever it is.
Okay, is there anything there?
There's a lot of stuff in there.
So don't talk to me. Go talk to
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff there.
It's just not publicized.
Ah. So basically, before this whole craziness, nuttiness, right, where everyone's like, the whole world, I've been telling him the whole world has changed. He doesn't like, I mean, I love you, kid. You don't get it yet. But because of your age, you see, whole mindset has shifted. Freaking like economics. Oh my goodness, we're not even going there. Everyone's terrified that like the wave hasn't even hit. So the point is that not to scare you with reality. So we're like let's like do that thing. Like I'm okay. So I was saying I'm 38. I'm almost 50 because what am I gonna do in 12 years? I could set a goal right now, like retire by age 50, right? So I've got the goal for 12 years. So I'm still on my way there.
Okay.
You see, I have to take concrete steps along the way, all part of a different thing. And there's all different kinds of channels. They're all very, very serious. Are any of them like entertaining?
Yeah. Except like so basically nursing is
Come
like,
closer, so
but they're mostly entertaining.
okay, right. So I have some serious things about being like nursing, right? But you're like this is on Dad Supreme, right? There's Wacky Rabbi. There's Rabbi Taxi.
Digital
And then
rabbi.
there's Digital Rabbi. Digital Rabbi is like a framework. There's something behind there. It wasn't just me being a cuckoo nutty. And even if it was, I still have like documented it along the way over like 6 years. Like if I'm like cuckoo in the brain, like I've recorded like a whole bunch of it, right? But I'm alone when I'm recording, and it takes 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there, so no one really even notices until I pull it out sometimes. And I'm like, oh, am I always doing this? I'm
No.
asking you.
I mean, like when you do it, it kind of feels like you do because you're doing it, but you don't always do it.
Yeah, you see, he gets it. Everyone gets it. He's my engineer, yo. We got a whole crew. So there's things that I want to do with the kids. I talked with you about that. This would be a good interview. You can coordinate everything now to be able to do it and like virtually like connect things. That's the whole idea. We can connect each other. 1 second, sweetie. Look under where? Look under where? Did you get me? Yeah, I'm live, but there's listen, I'm live. He's cool. Like that's all right because I do act a little bit differently when I'm recording than in real life, obviously, right?
Yeah, we all do. Anybody do.
Well, most people haven't actually spent time in front of a camera, whether or not you have a big bustling audience. See? So the way that I practice is like I go on without anything in particular to say, and I just let myself ramble and go on and on and on, and most of the time I'll come back to the original point. The original point. We're 7 days in over here. We're 7 days in, and people are at different stages. It's like as this is happening, it's like the entire economic engine shift like stopped, right? Like that's just economics, right? But when you think about the sequence of things, it's so obvious to me, the sequence of things, right? Like there's locusts right now ravaging the Middle East. Darkness. People are like the darkness in like in what was it, 2001? Manhattan? No, it was 2002 or whatever it was. The whole Northeast. Guess what? Thanks,
It's
dude.
too small.
We're gonna have to move the camera. Don't mind the mess. So guess what? These people are like, oh, that was the plague of darkness. Give me a break. That wasn't a plague of darkness. You know the darkness? I was in South Africa then. I didn't even get dark. I missed the whole thing. How dark can it be? Everything's changing in the world. Everything has already changed. We're gonna figure it out in different stages. As for us, okay? Excuse me. Just look at what's going on. Like, can you name the 10 plagues backwards? Like not like the Hebrew name or the English name, whichever one. Can you just like name them backwards? And if you're going to, can you do it loud, like so that I can hear you? Can you do it in English?
I don't know.
Okay, so there was the pestilence, right? There's darkness, locusts, hail, right?
Yeah.
All these things have already happened, obviously. You know what I mean? It's like these three things at the same time, right? Pesach is coming up. Passover is in 2 weeks. Pesach, Passover. Mhm. And so we're just rambling on over here. So as I said before, this is a mission for good. And you're more than welcome to join us. Now, I need to figure out, okay, so this is, okay, so I'm going to end this now. But what I'm going to do is use like a certain template to, it's basically like a script. Kind of like script this message a little bit so that it's not just like ridiculous like this. I could probably sum up what I just said in about 5 minutes, but the whole idea of this was to actually go live and feel what it feels like to be live. So you can bring it all the way around at the end, right? And be able to conclude it with a hearty harumph and a goodbye.